Welcome to the League of Melanated Gentlemen podcast. My name is Spencer, and I'm one of your hosts on this podcast. And today, I'm joined by the other two members of the League of Melanated Gentlemen to give you a draft. It's been a minute.
I love a draft. This is Brandon.
And of course, I am Jordan.
Now, before we get to drafting anything, we must first tell you about the places where you can find us, reach us, contact us, and tell us how you feel about things. Jordan has all of that information for you right now.
Yeah, so of course, we're on social media. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on YouTube, we're on Twitter, we're on it all. You can find us at the League of Melanated Gentlemen podcast. That is where you can get with us, hit us up. And don't forget to rate and review us on whatever streaming service that you use. And so schedule updates. Of course, episodes drop on Mondays, but on Tuesdays bi-weekly, we have LMG presents Marvel Multiverse RPG. That's a Marvel role-playing game that we have here on the channel. And yeah, if you're listening, you know we are in the middle of, well, towards the end, kind of Cataclysm of Kane. Got one more big part to go. A couple more
Damn,
parts to, yeah.
going
Yeah, I
on
was gonna say.
forever.
Yeah, I was gonna say that already
It's
been
a long
playing.
adventure. Yeah.
I mean, it makes
Um,
sense with Kane.
yeah. So then, yeah, on Wednesdays, it's been a while. It's been a while.
Hey, we're making a comeback.
You
We're
heard
making
it
a
here
comeback.
first. We have Wrestling with Worldwide Willis. He has almost 100 episodes out there for you to check out. So if you happen to go back in time and watch, wrestling matches from the past, 2 years, I'm sure he's talked about it. And then, of course, bi-weekly as well, we have DC Animation with Spenser and Friends. That is Spencer's review podcast where he is going through all of the DC animated movies. Spencer, what's up?
Next week we are reviewing Batman and Superman Battle of the Super Sons, which is now, as of recording, on Max
Have I
Or that?
seen this? Wow.
I
because they decided to put some Superman stuff back on in anticipation.
Makes sense. Okay.
So you can get that one on Max or
Okay,
whatever they're calling themselves now.
I'm gonna check that one out.
So
And
yeah,
then you
be
can listen
sure.
to my review.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
yeah. Be sure and check that one out, and then you can check out the review. But that is everything we have here.
So, Superman's coming out. We're excited. You will get a review for that. Another thing coming out this summer, a good old Fantastic Four.
Yes,
The FF is back.
Yes, and so we decided to do a draft in honor of Fantastic Four coming out pretty soon. It should be out in roughly a month. You'll get a review for that too. But uh, we love a draft around here, and so what we're gonna do, we are going to do our own casting for a Fantastic Four movie. So we will be doing a Serpentine draft. We will be drafting the Fantastic Four, a Doctor Doom, and then a wild card of our choosing. So we are going to decide the order for you live. We have the wheel that we always use to figure out the order for drafting. The main rules are once an actor or actress has been drafted, then of course they can't be, like, they're off the board, they can't be drafted again. It is the current version of each of these actors and actresses, so we're not going into the past for anything. And you cannot draft anybody who has already played any of these characters. Otherwise, I believe it is fair game. You can do whatever you want with your casting. So, as I said, we have a wheel and we're going to spin it to decide the order of the draft. So let's see what happens.
Just like tradition, Spencer goes first. You know, there's a there's a long history of that, and it's a long history of Brandon going last. So we will see what happens.
come on, man. Come on, man. Come on. Like, oh,
So Brandon is going second. The Covenant second spot. That's where a lot of people like to be. That's the best spot to be, honestly.
And a serpentine, probably.
yeah.
But, okay. So I'm first.
We need that draft music.
Well, every
So
time we
if,
put music in episodes, something happens.
Yeah, that's true.
But,
They're hating on
um,
us.
really. But, okay. So it's me. I think that I'm going to start by drafting my Reed Richards.
I
I
agree.
mean,
That's you got to go there.
yeah, and who knows if I'm going to pick the person you picked, but
It's a closer
I
percentage if you pick him.
it's probably
Yeah.
and I had I had some options I was definitely thinking about, but I have decided for my Reed Richards I want John Hamm.
Mm.
So when I think Reed Richards, I think an older gentleman because he's got a little gray, little gray. So like 40s, maybe 50s, but probably 40s. I need a guy who's like really handsome, handsome enough for Doom to be pissed off about, and I need a guy who can really do the genius billionaire dickhead. And
Okay.
John Hamm is able to do all of those things. Like he's handsome, he looks great in a beard or without a beard because we've seen Reed in both. And I think that John Hamm is who I want for my Reed.
Now, I gotta ask, is he too handsome? Reed, Reed, you want him to be smart. Is John Hamm? I'm trying to remember him. I feel like he's played a few roles where he's the smart guy, right? I can't
Yeah,
remember, but okay.
and John Hamm is able to do it. And I would say that John Hamm is on the higher end as far as like handsome actors. And that's one of the things I was kind of going for here. Like I wanted somebody who was handsome because I want to give Doom more reasons to be a hater.
Gotcha.
That's
Okay,
fair.
And I mean, he pulled Sue Storm.
sure. Now, I will say John Hamm is canceled right now.
Oh, I did not
Oh,
know
what?
that.
Yeah, what do you do?
I want to say he did some. I don't know. You might have to Google it, but I want to say that's why you haven't seen him in movies.
I've been seeing him in shows. Like he's all over Apple TV.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, Apple TV don't care if or they didn't cancel him because
Okay.
like
Probably not. I mean,
he
he's
got a
still
show.
good.
Yeah, like he got a show right now on Apple TV where he's a rich dude who like loses his job and so he resorts to theft.
Gotcha.
Hmm. Okay. Not bad.
I think the Me Too movement got a hold of him. I don't remember why, but uh,
Well, I will just say I don't
don't
support
give a
whatever he
damn.
did.
Wow.
Yeah, Spencer. Yeah,
No, I don't like if he did something, then okay. I didn't know about it.
so you're gonna play dumb. Okay.
Oh, I didn't draft Kevin
Talking
Spacey.
talking like a true exec.
Which wasn't proven. Well, I don't know if it wasn't proven. I don't know if he didn't go to jail. Anyways, okay, that's a good pick though.
Who
All
I
right.
heard was canceled recently. Well, I don't know if he's canceled, but like I heard Tyler Perry uh is in the news and is being
Yeah,
sued for assaulting one of the actors from The Oval.
I heard
Oh,
about
I
that.
thought it was like sexual harassment or something.
Oh, maybe
Yeah,
maybe it was harassment, not assault. But
Yeah, I think it was sexual harassment.
I just saw some.
okay.
I think
The
I didn't
text
read.
messages.
Yeah. I didn't
Yeah.
read them, but I
I
heard he
didn't
was
know the
talking
details.
crazy.
I just saw that like he got accused and I was like, "Oh, well,
More with this. Um, okay. All right. Me. I'm gonna go a less conventional route. We'll see. It's a risk. We all know that, and I'm not the biggest fan of changing characters' looks and things of that nature. But we'll switch it up a little bit. I'm going to pick my Reed Richards, and I'm gonna go with Rajon Page from Bridgerton. He was in Dungeons and Dragons. Handsome guy, plays smart characters really well. Just has a look. He's handsome, but he's not too handsome to where you're like, the hot shot guy. Like Human Torch is supposed to be whatever that is, that category. This guy has to be handsome, but also, needs to be able to hold his own with Tony Stark's, the Dooms of the world, the smartest people on Earth. He needs to be able to hold his own. So I think he can bring that. He has a level of like decorum about him, like a level of calm about him, and he can play. I feel like he can play older characters older. You know what I mean? Because he's not the oldest guy, but I feel like he can look older. Throw a beard on him, put a little gray, come straight, side. side, give him a side part. You know what I'm saying? But I just think he can really hold it down and run a family. Look, because I mean, Reed Richards is the leader, right? He has to be able to hold that down. I think he can do that. So yeah,
Okay. I mean, that nigga's handsome. So,
yeah.
like, I think is he too handsome? Is that what we're since we're doing that? Is he too handsome?
I don't think so.
Because he's light skinned
I did weigh that
and
question.
and he start licking his lips and
Yeah.
he's way too handsome.
I ain't gonna lie, like women. The reason I found out about this dude is because of Bridgerton, and women were going crazy about dude.
Yeah. Like
And
that's what I'm saying. Like that the
yeah,
only reason I know who he is because I've watched the internet thirst for him.
yeah, exactly. I just think he's not that like quintessential. He's a handsome guy, you know that, but like I feel like he can play a part to where you sort of move on from it and you kind of just take in the character rather than his looks. So yeah, it'll be interesting. I think you can hold it down.
Okay.
And you said that was your who?
Read.
That
My
was your
Reed
read.
Richards. Yep.
So I assume your doom is gonna be some dark skinned dude, huh?
Oh, it's a Tyler Perry movie. All right.
Yeah, yeah. Brandon
Wait,
gonna have a
what?
Tyler Perry movie.
No, we gonna see.
You got
No,
the light skinned good guy, and you gonna have the bad guy be a dark
Yeah,
skinned
I'm
dude.
not. I'm not basic. I'm not basic. Well, man.
watch his Doom be even lighter skinned. His Doom gonna have green eyes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We're gonna subvert the expectations.
Okay. So wait, Spencer, you went Doom first, right? As well.
No, you
No,
went Reed.
I did
You went
read.
Reed.
So
Okay, you did.
we both have read.
Okay. I'm actually going to start with my Doom. I think it's important to have someone who can monologue pretty good, who is someone who is handsome, but also like if they, get the scar across their face or whatever, can also be made to look ugly. Um, so I'm going to go with Alexander Skarsgård. Um, I think he is a very good actor, in my opinion. He has a couple movies out there and shows that I've been really enjoying, and I think he would be able to do a really good monologue. Like I really feel like that's important for the character of Doom to be able to have that voice and have that vision of like this is mine. Also, it doesn't hurt that he is a Swedish actor in Latveria is basically, German, Swedish type country. So like he ain't got to do a lot of voice change. He can probably like still kind of use some of his natural voice if he wanted to. But I think he has that, and then also he can pull off like I am a smart, arrogant guy, and I'm able to do whatever I want to.
Mm.
So yeah, I'm going with him.
Right. Okay. I like it. I liked
And
him in what was my movie called? The Viking movie.
oh,
The
Northman.
Northman.
Northern, yeah.
Amazing. He was amazing in that.
Also, Latveria, I think, is further east than that. Like the way that I see Latveria, it's more like Romania rather than Sweden.
I don't know. I just said German. That's all I'm saying to me.
Jesus.
I think I think it's the Eastern whites, not the Western whites.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Uh,
Okay.
and also, I will
okay.
say these kind of drafts are always rough for me because like I don't be knowing actors, I don't be knowing their names, I should say, but like I know them from movies, so they're like, oh, such and such. I'm like, yeah, I don't know who that is. And they say the movie or the show, I'm like, oh, that dude, yeah, yeah, I know him.
Yeah.
What's funny is there's a surprising number of black people who like all the white actors just run together.
Yeah, I
Like
know.
I know that like it's hilarious. Like I feel like Quinta, for example, like she knows who Sandra Bullock is, but all other actresses are just Julia Roberts.
Yeah. Like it's crazy how that does happen though. We
Yeah,
make fun of white people for doing that, but black people be doing that all the time.
all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Uh,
we're getting
s-
into round two then.
yeah, so it's back to me, right?
Yes, it is.
All right. So I am going to keep my characters traditional. I'm going with the all white cast. for the most part.
Surprise, surprise.
I mean, you could have kept that under wraps until.
No, I didn't want to.
Yeah,
My bad.
he
I
wanted
want it
to
to
make
be
it
known.
known.
That's right.
He had to make his allegiance known. Wow.
Because only if the story kind of calls for it, or if it's a very minor character, I don't want them to see, like, I don't want the race swap. In my opinion, all four of the Fantastic Four are have history of, being who they are, so I don't really want to see them any other race. With that being said, I've only ever seen this next person in one thing, and honestly, I haven't even finished the show, but from what I have seen, it's been pretty good. And this is a risk, but we're gonna go here. His name is Matthew McFadden. So I know him
Who
from.
who did I'm sorry. Who which character?
Oh, sorry. This is for Reed.
Okay.
So this is a big one. This is from Reed. Uh, Matthew McFadden. So I know him from a show named Succession. And honestly, with this pick, like I feel like he almost looks the part of Reed. Like I said, he was also, I think he also, they said he was in Deadpool versus Wolverine. I'm trying to see who he was in this. Um, who is he in this show?
He's probably one of the TVA people, if I was gonna
I
guess.
want to say he was the TVA guy. Yeah.
Is that
Yeah,
what
he
we
was.
go?
Yeah, he was the TVA guy.
Okay, so the main TVA guy. Okay, so there we go. That's two things. Like I said, this could be a risk going with him. Oh, I saw here Spencer kind of going in and
Yeah.
out, but it's cool. Uh, like I said, I'm gonna go with him. I don't have a lot to go on. I just feel like he would be kind of a good opposite to Dune.
Hmm.
Okay.
He might be
Interesting.
lesser known too at that. So
Interesting pick. I
But I think it's a good one.
I like it. I guess I'm looking at Alexander Skarsgård due to the Norseman. He was such a physical character. Like he was big as hell. He was
Yeah,
big. He
like and
was
Tarzan.
Yeah, exactly. He was ripped. And this guy, if I remember him from uh Deadpool vs. Wolverine, wasn't not that Reed Richards needs to be physical. It's just there shouldn't be a clear physical difference. Now, actors they can weigh differently, they can make the shots look differently, taller, shorter. So they can probably make that work.
yeah, I mean, remember we had Wolverine.
Yeah.
So,
Unfortunately. Wolverine 6'5" out here.
but yeah, like I said, that could be a risky pick, but I got to surround him by other good actors though.
All right. Brandon?
Okay. Um it's cheering. All right. I think I'm safe with Susan Storm. I don't think you guys are gonna pick that one. But I'm a little worried about Doom. Got a little too close for my liking, so we're gonna go ahead and go with that one. I think you picked the wrong Skarsgård. I'm gonna go with Bill Skarsgård, the villain from John Wick 4.
Yeah.
I think he fits. You literally take that, put it in the MCU, put a little more muscle on, but he's literally like Jordan said. He made a great point. You put a scar on his face, still a handsome guy. He already looks like a bad guy. He looks like your consummate action villain from a different country, right? But you rough him up a little bit, perfect, and handsome enough still to pull Susan Storm. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's one of the best villains, if not the best villain from John Wick's series. I just thought he was really good. He didn't get as many minutes as he probably should have, but I thought he was really good in that movie and really impressed by him. So yeah, I would go with Bill Skarsgård.
Okay.
I did think about Bill, but to me, kind of like you said though, every time I see him in movies, like his body build is like, to me, he's like skinny because he's like the it guy. And so
Yeah,
to me, he's like, I see him as like too slim. But like you said, he can also bulk up.
yeah,
I mean, yeah, like he can put a little weight on himself
yeah,
because in Boy Kill's world, he's lean but strong.
yeah. I feel like give him a little supplement plan, give him the rock juice. You know what I'm saying? That man gonna be all right. He'll be fine. But I
Dang.
think acting is gonna be there, and
Oh yeah, he's gonna monologue.
yeah, exactly. He gonna monologue. He gonna take that helmet off. He gonna like you could just see him talking to a bunch of just talking to a bunch of villains and holding court. You know what I'm saying? So I think he'll be great.
Yeah,
Okay.
I agree.
And he's
Okay.
not a dark skinned black man. So just to
You probably
throw
you
you
probably you
off.
probably, you probably changed it up real
No, that
fast.
was my only pick. That was my only option. That's
Okay.
why when you said Alexander Skarsgård, I was like, whoa, we're getting close.
That's why we're getting close.
Yeah, we're in a family. Let's relax. But yeah,
Okay. Okay. So, since both of you have a Doom, I can wait on that, but we'll see what happens. Because I feel pretty safe with the actor I've selected. But I'll go ahead and cast the Thing.
this is a big. I feel like this is the one that changes everybody's movie. It can make or break everybody's movie if you get
That's
this
probably
right or
true.
not. Yeah.
So, what I know about the Thing is that, like in his history, he was a football. He got into college with a football scholarship, and that's when he and Reed became friends. So, I want somebody who's larger for Ben. I know that, every Fantastic Four didn't go that direction. I feel like 2017 went with a smaller guy.
Yeah, this one's a smaller guy too.
I'm not
2025
I'm
version.
I'm not doing that.
I got you.
I'm drafting David Harbour for the Thing.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Um, he has the size that I want. He has the acting ability that I want. Like when I think the Thing, I think a dude from New York, and I
True.
think David Harbour has that in him.
Ooh, okay. I like that.
I trust David Harbour with the it's clobbering time,
hmm
and I think that David Harbour, if a Hulk should show up, he has what it takes to be in that rivalry.
Gotcha.
So for my Ben Grimm slash the Thing, I'm going with David Harbour.
Okay.
I think that's a good pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean, I like
yeah.
him. Like he's always been good.
Yeah. Probably got undercast with playing um
Red
Oh, Red
Guardian.
Guardian.
Red Guardian. Yeah,
But
like
also I like him as Red Guardian.
no, he's
Like,
great. He's made him relevant. I'm just saying like he's probably a bigger star than that. But at the time, you know what I mean.
I
He
think
was
I agree.
doing his thing on Stranger Things. But uh no, that's a good pick. I think he's always gonna be a good pick, no matter what.
Yeah.
Um
Yeah, yeah.
I like that.
So, top of round three, I have two directions I could go with Sue. And I don't know if I want to be like Jordan and keep him classic or
Whitewash.
if I want to change it up a little bit
Go with your
and
heart, Spencer.
make something different happen.
Mm-hmm.
So just to change, I'm gonna go ahead and change things up a little bit. I think that Sue should be somebody who is like beautiful in an elegant way. Like somebody you don't look at her and be like, "Oh, she's the baddest one in the room." You look at her and you say like, "That's a beautiful woman."
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I've decided I-
You know,
I'm calling an audible here because I had what I wanted and I am right now deciding to go in a different direction.
Oh, we'll see if
okay.
that's a good decision.
Yeah, it's a game changer. Okay.
I am casting Constance Wu as my Sue Storm.
Wow.
No, wait, who is that?
She is the mom in Fresh Off the Boat. She's in Crazy Rich Asians.
Oh, that is that is risky, but I could see it working very well. And she bad. And she bad. But
And I mean,
uh
yeah.
and she bad. Nice.
I've never seen her. I've seen she's in Wish Dragon. I've seen that, but that's like a cartoon movie.
She is one of the few reasons I watched First Off the Boat.
Fresh Off the Boat's a good show. Like it was
No,
fun.
it's good, but I was watching it.
But we know why you were there.
Yeah, exactly. I was tapped in.
Um, but yeah, you know,
I'm not mad at it though.
I think just to add a little something different, a little variety, little
Okay.
little change to because I definitely had an all-white cast option,
Hmm.
but like I said, I decided to change things up and bring a little something extra. So, little not extra, different.
Gotcha. Now, Constance is an Asian,
Yeah, she
and
is
Bill Harbor is not. Does
So
that
yeah,
matter?
how you gonna explain this?
because she's not related to Ben Grimm. She's related to Johnny
Oh, my
Storm.
bad. My
Oh
bad.
yeah,
For
yeah, I
some reason,
forgot.
you're right. You're right. For
Yeah,
some
I forgot
reason, I
your
thought of
shoes.
David.
Let me
Yeah.
cook.
I think I know where you're going next. Then, all right.
Do you? You're gonna see. Um. So yeah, I I picked Constance Wu as my Sue Storm, and again, this is a decision I made right now. So
Mm,
we're gonna
okay,
see what happens.
I
But
like it.
I'm pretty okay with it because
Okay,
with my Johnny, like I'm not. Since I went this direction, I'm not worried about Johnny at all. Like I know exactly. Yeah, like I'm not worried
yeah,
because Jordan wasn't looking at anybody that wasn't white, so don't have to worry about that.
yeah, that's true. That
You
is
And
right,
true.
you right about that.
and Brandon's going for light skin niggas, so we're good.
Whoa, chill. You got one light skinned dude in my movie.
So far, so
People
far.
flip out. Um,
Oh, it's just funny.
uh, okay. This is this is tough. Now I will say, to me, the thing is gonna that decision is gonna make your movie. Spencer went. I think he went safe, but that is a bet that we all know will work, right? Uh, I'm gonna go a little more risky. I think this pick is one of those like, oh damn, that was risky, but it worked. Okay, I'm gonna go with the thing, and we're gonna go. Uh, we're gonna go. I'm going Pete Davidson.
An-
Oh,
I'm
Another
going
light skin,
Pete.
another light skin nigga, huh?
that's a choice.
I'm going Pete Davidson. Now, hear me out.
He's very young.
He is very young. He's young. Well, he's not super stupid young, but he's young. Uh, I think Pete Davidson. First of all, he gives you the New York, right? Stature wise, doesn't really matter. We all know that they've done different things with the things history.
But Pete Davidson's 6'4", isn't he?
Hmm.
He's 6'4", isn't he?
Yeah, he's a tall guy. He is. But I think so is the guy that's playing him in the latest in 2025 movie. But I think he can give you a good voice. We all know he's only going to be playing the actual part as himself for half
Briefly.
of very one third, one fourth of the movie, right? Um, but I think the based on because Human Torch is going to be he got to be the hottest dude in the room, right? So you don't want them to be clashing. You can't have two good looking guys. You got to have one kind of weird looking guy, right? But the weird thing about Pete Davidson, as we know, Pete Davidson get women. People don't know why, but Pete Davidson got a roster, right? So I think with Pete, he can show like, all right, that awkwardness, all that stuff, like the social awkwardness, all that. And I think he can be a good bounce off of Rajon Page, who's like the smooth dude, Reed Richards. And then we're gonna have this fly Human Torch. And then we got the awkward guy. You gotta have the awkward guy in the group. It's gonna give you a little bit of that comedy, not too much, right? But yeah, I'm gonna go Pete Davidson.
I don't know if Pete Davidson is a good enough actor.
I agree. That's a fumble in my opinion.
I don't need him to carry my movie. I don't need him to carry my. I don't need my guy to get an Oscar. I just need him to do his job, play your role. You know what
But
I'm saying?
I don't know if that's the role for him.
I agree.
It's your
Just
movie, but like that's risky.
I think it's a good
I
pick
think
only because
acting chops wise, that's risky. Like character wise, it doesn't match in my opinion
we've
because
also
Pete Davidson has a very limited range, is why.
uh, have we not talked about on this podcast numerous times? Comedians make some of the best actors, right?
He's
and
not
yeah,
one
but
of
in this
them.
situation, yeah, this
Why not?
is
What movie?
There are a lot of comedians who make excellent actors. There are a lot of comedians who have shown that they are excellent actors. Pete Davidson hasn't.
I mean, just because he hasn't done it yet. People said that about Adam Sandler before he did his serious movie. People said that about a bunch of people before they did their Robin Williams before he did his serious movie. He just hadn't done his serious movie yet.
Okay.
I'm getting them before the obvious. Oh, you killed it. I'm getting them a little before that. I'm catching them early. You know what I'm saying? Uh, we'll talk about my honorable mention, but he was another comedian. So I think going in that route make it work. And he's like he looks like has a lot of trauma. He talks about trauma. But like Ben Grimm has a lot of trauma, so I think it'll work.
The
So
comedian route isn't necessarily bad. I think that Pete Davidson is an interesting choice.
yeah. So wait, we said the Fantastic Four, Doom, and then a mystery one, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, so
wild card.
wild.
Okay, all
Hmm.
right, wow, all right. Make sure. Okay, yeah, that's an interesting choice, Brandon. But all right, so I'm good with my thing. I already know who I'm going with. Spencer, you got a little bit too close to home when you made your pick. I'm going with Ron Perlman
For
for the thing.
Ron Perlman's old man.
He is, but it's the magic of CGI. He only in the movie half of it. He can do his thing. He's friends with uh Reed, de-age him a little bit. I really just need him for the voice. That is what we're here for. I need the big booming voice, able to able to articulate the New York accent. He is from New York, so he's straight off Yancey Street. He about to bust the Yancey Street out, this clobbering time out. Like he in for it. Uh, I know he's old, but we've also seen a bunch of people de-age in the MCU already. So the technology is there.
Mm.
Okay.
Y'all talk about mine was risky. That's risky. De aging it. You got to do the CGI and you got to do the de aging.
They got the money. They got the money. But just think, once he's in rock form, that's it. We just need him for his voice.
Yeah.
Like his voice is gonna be what's really carrying him.
I will say though, like, do you think you're gonna run into a? Oh, that's just Hellboy.
Oh, for
Like,
sure. For
Because
sure.
if I'm just hearing his voice, I'm gonna be like, that's Slade.
yeah, exactly. Like
I mean, then but
he's
that's
But
that's
that's
we've.
something that
that's normal though.
yeah, that's just how it's got to be.
I
John
mean,
Hamm, we think Batman, right?
I want you to say what you just said one more time for me.
Well, wait. Oh, wait. What's that dude's name? It's not John Hamm, is it? What's the dude who always played Batman? What's his name again? The animated one,
Always?
or a lot of the times.
Are you trying to get to Kevin Conroy?
Oh shoot. Yeah. Wait. But didn't John Hamm? He never did do a Batman voice,
never did about it. No,
bro. Y'all sure?
I
Hang
don't even
on,
think
bro.
he's done a superhero movie. Yeah,
I think I might be
I think
thinking about.
he was one of those people that they said, hey, he might look good as Batman.
Yeah, like all white dudes aren't the same white dude, Jordan.
Yeah, I might be thinking of the other dude, Kevin Conroy.
That's a
That's tough, huh?
reach.
I don't
Uh,
know how you got from there to there.
You
yeah,
know what? I
yeah,
might have been
yeah.
thinking about Invincible. Look at that.
Uh,
But
yeah, back to back to this. I think it's not a like it ain't gonna be end up badly. I just think it's one of those like we've seen this formula before. It
okay.
just better be better. If it works out, it works out.
Okay.
All right. So the top of the next round, right?
Yes.
So I got Johnny. I gotta do Johnny and Sue still. Um, hang on. I just had what did I just do with my? I just had his name pulled up. Oh man.
Johnny Storm. The formula you gotta hit for Johnny.
Yeah, I just literally had him pulled up. All right, I got him. So all right, I'm gonna go with Johnny Storm, and I'm actually going to go with Darcy Montgomery, who is actually the dude from Stranger Things. He plays Billy in Stranger Things. If y'all have ever seen that, he's also in Power Rangers. Brandon, there you go. He
Oh,
in Power Rangers. Who is he in Power Rangers? He's Jason Lee Scott.
really?
Oh, that's the
Okay.
main. That's the main Jason. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna go with him. I really liked him as an actor. He gives off the very like hot-headed vibes. Like every time I've ever seen him in anything, he's still like I feel like young enough to be Sue's brother. For my next pick. Um, and I just feel like he still looks like I don't know, like good to be a Johnny. Like he'd be like he's the ladies' man type Johnny, especially with him. Like if you ever look at pictures of him, just like fully dressed up and everything, like he looks like a ladies' man.
I got you. Yeah, okay. I'm remembering who you're talking about now. Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see it. And I will say, Power Rangers had a really good alumni from that movie.
Yeah, I think
So,
that works.
yeah, they've all done well. So makes sense.
That's a good choice.
It's a good choice. I like it.
Okay, so
So
oh wait,
Darcy Montgomery. All right.
yeah, oh yeah, let me write that down. Now is it Darcy or Darcy? I think it's
I would
Darcy,
ass
right?
I
I
would
think it's
assume it's Darcy, but
That's
yeah.
what I thought. When I look at it, when I first looked at it, I thought it was Darce. But
Mm-hmm.
all right. So my last pick, right? Well, not my
Mm-hmm.
last pick.
or
But
yeah,
my
your
next
next
pick.
pick.
Yeah, my
Hmm.
next
Yeah.
pick. So we're gonna go with Sue Storm. And this one is probably just to let's see. I got Alexander Skarsgård, big name. I got a lot of big names actually. This one was honestly my hardest choice because I feel like there were so many people who can definitely pull this character off. Like I feel like there's a lot of like beautiful women who can play this. But I'm going to go with Emily Blunt.
Okay.
Okay.
I think she would be a good opposition to Matthew McFadden. Also, a love attraction between her and Alexander Skarsgård. I loved her in A Quiet Place. She did an excellent job there. Um, I have not seen Oppenheimer yet, and I'm sure she did an amazing job in that. But I think she is still beautiful enough and to pull off the blonde hair, and she's also still like been able to like do action stuff. Like if they
Yeah.
need to like do some running and jumping and all that stuff, I think she's still young enough and agile enough to do all that. Throw in a blonde wig, and I think you got her.
Okay.
She's usually blonde, I feel
Oh, is
like.
she? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
she's been fan cast for this forever because of her husband. So,
That's true.
Wait, who's her husband?
Uh,
John Krasinski.
yeah.
Oh, I don't even think I knew that.
Yeah. Um, yeah. No, that's a good pick. I
I
wonder, is it believable for the Matthew dude McFadden to be able to pull her?
I think so.
Okay.
He got a little charisma to him.
Okay.
Yeah, he got a little, little smartness and a little. I don't care about Sue, but I really love Sue. I just don't show it. He still got that look to her.
Okay. Respect it.
okay.
Emily Blunt. Okay. That might be the biggest name. Well,
That's what I was like. I got a lot of big names. I feel like
And that's fine.
it's
yeah.
like A. I feel like I got B list like right there, or like A minus list.
Yeah. Darcy Montgomery isn't A-list, so that's a good pull. Um,
Yeah, I said, but everybody else is like well known.
oh yeah, definitely on that. Okay. So I'm gonna go with my Sue. This one actually, I'll wait on that. I'll go on my Human Torch. I'm gonna go with Jacob Elordi. I forgot how to pronounce his last name, but he's one of kind of the better young actors coming up, and he just looks the part of a Johnny Storm, right? He's just the pretty boy in the room.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, and he's a really good actor. Like he's been in a lot of like those teen movies coming up, but then he's kind of now progressed into the like very adult, very like streaming, doing really well on streaming services type shows.
Like
Uh,
he looks like he's in like Euphoria or something.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, like
He is in Euphoria.
Oh,
no,
all
yeah,
right.
Well, I
yeah,
just
Oh,
Googled him.
I should have just scrolled down.
yeah, yeah.
Yep.
But he's really good. He looks the part. Yeah, he's a pretty big guy, and like he just looks the part, right? He's a good actor too, so he's not just for looks. And I think he can pull off just being the very like arrogant dude, and I think he can really pull that off well. So yeah, I'm gonna go with him.
And who is this for again?
Human Torch.
Human Torch.
Yep.
And then what was Pete Davidson for you?
The thing.
Well, I'm letting you know right now. Pete Davidson is 6'3", and this dude is 6'5". So
It's fine.
Got a little discrepancy there right there.
I mean, I don't need him to be.
Eh,
I mean,
I just can't picture Pete Davidson's voice as the thing.
same, but
I
that's
mean,
not my movie.
You're right. You're right.
they ain't gotta all sound the same.
You know,
And well,
this dude Jacob
Yeah,
looks
like
like
it's a
somebody
different
else I
direction.
know.
So yeah,
what'd you say?
This dude Jacob looks like the dude from Teen Wolf. What's this
Jordan,
dude?
all white dudes aren't the same white dude.
Bro, look up Tyler Posey. That's his name. Bro, him and Tyler Posey look just alike. I don't know, bro. They kind of look alike.
I don't know that they do.
He also kind of looked like the dude who plays Superman too in
Okay,
the
that's
in
closer.
Smallville. That's who I'm
Okay,
thinking
that's
of.
closer. Yeah,
That okay,
that's
that's who I'm thinking. He looked like the dude
yeah,
who played in Smallville.
yeah. He was one of the people that like people threw out there for Superman, but probably too young right now. Uh, but yeah, man, I think he can really hold it down. Um, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, um, I guess I will go ahead and draft my Johnny Storm, my Human Torch. And like I said, I definitely wasn't worried about this being a problem. I am drafting Alex Landy. He, I knew him from Grey's Anatomy. Um, I also saw him in the show Insatiable. But yeah, like he's definitely like conventionally handsome enough to be Johnny. He's got it in him to be like that ladies' man, like smooth, but also kind of a douchebag. And he's young enough to be my Sue's younger sibling. So yeah, I'm going with
I
Alex
like it.
Landy.
I like it. I like it. I haven't seen him in anything, but it makes sense.
Again, like what I really know him from is Grey's Anatomy,
Gotcha.
but he was also in Insatiable, which
Hmm.
wasn't a great show, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, obviously I don't know this dude either, but he do look like he would play
Yeah.
good Johnny. This dude is ripped.
Yeah.
also that. Like if
Yeah.
we need him shirtless, fine.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he definitely gonna be shirtless.
Like he's got the
Yeah.
look that I
Right.
need for Johnny. Like he's
Right.
got the jaw and yeah. So, okay. Yeah, and I wasn't worried about that at all because I assumed that I was the only one going in this direction.
Yeah.
But
And now
for
this round right here, this is for the random, right?
no, not
No,
yet.
Not
I need
yet.
Doom.
Yeah, I still need Doom. And
Oh, you
so
need Doom. Yep.
Oh, so my pick would be because I got everybody else.
yes, yeah, for you, yeah, you'll go wild card, but me and Brandon still have one more.
Okay. Okay.
So, Doom. I need somebody who can monologue. I need somebody who can be just a straight up villain. I need somebody who can be a lovable villain. I need somebody who you have to think like, do I agree with him? Like, is he a bad guy? I need somebody who could potentially do accent work. I need somebody who is not the most handsome guy in the room, but is still good looking. And I need somebody with a voice that can get you going, that can make you feel something. So, with all of that, my doom is Gerard Butler.
Hmm.
I actually thought about him. I thought about him too.
Wait a minute. Not the most handsome guy in the room. He's a
He's
handsome dude.
very handsome, but his face gets all fucked up. Um,
That's true.
and he's in, well, and somebody else can speak to this, but conventionally, as far as like what the standards usually are,
Bro, just say
uh,
he looked good. That's all you gotta do, man.
John Hamm is a more handsome dude than Gerard Butler is.
Uh, for
That's
for
what
this generation, I
that's why I
don't
said
know.
that's why I said conventionally, not
Gotcha.
like individual opinion. But
Yeah.
as far as like what the standards are for good lookingness in these United States.
Hmm.
So, yeah, Gerard Butler has everything I need.
Yeah.
Yeah. That I mean that's a good pick. Like I said, I almost picked him too. Um, that's a good pick. I mean, he got so many good movies underneath his belt.
That's what I'm saying.
He got some duds too, but he got some
I
good ones
mean,
too.
when you have that many movies, that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But like, he never does a bad job in a movie.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
if he's in it, I trust him. And whenever I saw Law Abiding Citizen, that's where I was like, oh, okay. Like,
Yeah.
he's the villain, but also I like him.
I
Like,
know
Hmm.
I'm looking at it, so it's like I'm trying to see is that the first movie I saw him in?
300's probably the first movie you saw him in.
Oh yeah, when did 300 come out?
It's like,
2006. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
it's a good pick. Gerard, I like it.
Hmm.
Okay.
So then Brandon, your last pick, and then we going back up to the top to Spencer, or we're going to me next?
No, you'll
Then you'll
I'll
start the
finish it
wild
out.
cards.
yeah, you'll do
Yeah.
the wild
Okay.
cards, yeah.
For me, this one was kind of easy for me. Uh, she's young, but I think she could play older. I've seen she has great acting chops. I saw her in 1883, one of the Yellowstone prequels, and she just stole the show for me. I didn't even know she was going into it. But it's Isabel May as my Susan Storm. She's one of the better like young actresses I've seen out there. Like in the way they used her in 1883, a lot of narrations, a lot of like trauma type stuff, and her acting was amazing. And she had to do a lot of action scenes in that. So I think she can carry that part. She can carry the acting portion of it, and she looks the part too. So yeah, Isabel May.
I said that
And
baby's young.
well, that's what I was gonna say. So wait, who is your read?
Rajon Page.
How old is he? Oh, the black dude. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And he's not 40 yet. Like he's gotta
Yeah,
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 be.
yeah,
yeah. Okay,
yeah,
okay. I mean, I gotta see the age difference. I gotta see how old he is. But
I don't think
yes,
I
she
think
looks
that
extremely young.
like visibly like whenever you see it on screen, I think it's fine. Uh I think that those two could be around whatever age they need to be together.
yeah. She can play up in age. She's not like she doesn't carry herself like a 20-something year old.
Yeah, so I don't see that being a problem.
Yeah.
Um Jordan, who did you draft as the thing?
Ron Perlman.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I've never seen her though.
Yeah, she's really good. I
She's
haven't
gonna
seen her in
be in the
other
new
stuff.
Scream movie. I guess she'll be in the new Scream movie. So
Okay.
I guess we will probably start seeing more of her.
Yeah.
But okay, so this round is our wild card round. Oh, that was hard. I'm curious to see who everybody goes with this character because I feel like there's some characters you can easily go to with the Fantastic Four, and then
Hmm.
there's other characters who could be a deep pool.
Yeah.
I am going with a deep pool on this one. So, and could be something good, could be something bad, but I'm going to go with a character named Impossible Man. So this character is basically a character who can almost do anything, but he is a comedic relief. So like he can like levitate. I'm pretty sure he can alter on a molecular, you know what I'm trying to say.
Molecular.
I got my Invisalign in, so it's kind of hard to say stuff. I mean, I think he can like do like multiversal travel, like all that type stuff. Like he's just one of those guys who are just like when he comes around, things are about to get real wacky. Okay.
Hmm.
So who I'm going with to play him, it's a little older guy, okay, but I believe he can still play him. I'm going with Seth Green.
Okay.
Seth Green,
If you're going wacky, that tracks.
yeah. So like the movie in this, and he could even be like he wouldn't even be like the main villain. Like he could be like he comes to Earth, some shenanigans start to happen, and just craziness just starts to go everywhere. Seth Green has been in a whole bunch of different, comedic style movies. I mean, we know him from. I mean, he's 50 now, so like I said, this could be a different version of Impossible Man who's just like talking trash, doing crazy stuff, and they have to try to figure out a way to even stop him. And he just basically like leaves on his own. Like he just comes to Earth, messes around, leaves. And I think Seth Green can be kind of that comedic role that will fill that spot. Now I could have went with somebody younger. I almost thought about going with someone way young, but I was like, you know what? I don't want to go that route.
And Impossible Man, he's green, right?
Right.
So yeah, like Seth will be voicing him, but
Hmm.
Yeah.
and Seth is a great voice. Yeah, like that. Yeah. If he's wacky, that's a good choice.
Yeah. And I feel he's just like that when there's a DC character who's just like Impossible Man.
Yeah, he
Mr.
is.
McSpidlick, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I thought of,
And
honestly.
I don't know who actually came first.
Mr.
Um,
Probably.
McSpidlick, probably, because Mr. McSpidlick's been around for a long time.
he appeared in 1962. He was in the 11th issue of Fantastic Four. So like he's real early.
Mm.
Okay.
That's
Was
a
it
deep cut.
what's the dude named Mr. what? Mr. Missy Pilly? What's that?
Yeah. Because he's a Mr. McSpidlick's a Superman villain.
Yeah, he is.
Bro, I don't even know how to spell that.
It's like MXYP.
Oh, I found him. Oh yeah, bro. They look like they were inspired by the same thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, first appearance Superman 1944. So yeah, he came
yeah,
before.
yeah. Checks out.
And Mr. McSpidlick's had a bunch of different looks over his time. Like in Superman the animated series, he was just Gilbert Godfrey.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, usually he's a fifth dimensional imp, so he's just like a short, old, wacky, kooky is a better word for him. He's an old
Hmm.
kooky guy.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what Mr. Impossible is. Or Impossible Man. I said Mr. Impossible.
Yeah, like if I was gonna cast Mr. Mixapidalic, I would do like Jim Carrey because Jim Carrey can do faces.
Yeah, he sounded like he would be a good one too.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my final pick.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. I like it. That's a deep cut.
Yes, it is.
Um, for me, I am going with a classic rivalry that I think will give you one of those cool little cameo action scenes in the middle of the movie. Right? He's not gonna be my main villain. He's not gonna be, but it's gonna be one of them like, oh shit, we finally get to see that matchup in a movie. I'm going the Hulk with Jerry Allen White playing Bruce Banner. Jerry Allen White was in The Iron Claw. He was in obviously The Bear.
Oh, that
No,
dude.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. Just has the vibe of a Bruce Banner. You can smarten him up a little bit, but overall, he has the vibe of a. He walks around with that like, I went through some stuff. I've been through some stuff type
He
of look.
does like when I look at him, I could see the Bruce Banner.
Yeah, exactly. So I think if you got the Bruce and you have the Thing go up against each other, and like a solid, 3 to 4 minute action scene, like that's a good little filler there in the middle of the movie.
To be
Because
like a little cameo.
yeah, exactly. Because people are gonna want it. People have been asking for that. That match has happened randomly in comics or animated TV show, and it's on site for both of them. So like they like, no matter where they at, grocery store, top of a building, Avengers Tower, like they scrapping. So that'd be cool to see them go at it in my movie. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, for my wild card, I this is a casting that I have been talking about needing to happen forever, and so let's just do it. I will be having because we're New York, I will have Miles Morales in my movie,
Mm.
Okay.
and to play him will be Miles Brown, uh, the young son in Blackish.
Oh.
He's been my he's been my Miles Morales since the moment I saw him. Like once he was like old enough, I was like, all right, we're good. Lock him in. Like
Yeah.
we got our live action Miles. Like we're good. Um So yeah, we're in New York, and they're just gonna come across him, just fumbling to save the world in Jordans.
See, so you guys didn't want to stick in the Fantastic Four universe, huh? Okay.
I
Well,
mean, the Hulk is
The
always in the
whole
show.
yeah, but Spencer was just like, let me just go somewhere else.
Spider-Man has been a part of the Fantastic Four, and I didn't want to cast Peter, so I did what I wanted. It's a cameo.
Uh,
Mm.
I mean,
We didn't all decide to only draft the whites, Jordan.
exactly.
I drafted some different type of whites though. They're not the American whites. Got some other whites in there.
Got some European whites.
Yeah. We mix it up a little bit.
And I think
Okay.
it'll be interesting to see like yeah, like John Hamm, interact with the that Miles or who's your Human Torch? Alexander. Yeah, like seeing them two interact, that'd be cool. Um,
He does
Yeah,
look like Miles, though, I will say.
I'm saying.
yeah,
Like again, since he's been a teenager, I'm like, we have a Miles, cast him.
yeah.
Like we're good. We got it. So, just to do a little review, because we're going to talk about first, let's just go back over who we drafted for what.
Hmm.
In no particular order. I have as my Mr. Fantastic, John Hamm. I have as my Sue Storm, Constance Wu. I have as my Johnny Storm, Human Torch, Alex Landy. I have as my Ben Grimm, or The Thing, David Harbour. I have as my Victor Von Doom, Gerard Butler. And my wild card is Miles Morales, who will be played by Miles Brown.
I like it. For me, in no particular order, we have Reed Richards, played by Rajon Page. Susan Storm, played by Isabel May. We have The Thing, played by Pete Davidson. We have Human Torch, played by Jacob Ellerdy. We have Doom, played by Bill Skarsgård. And my wild card pick was the Hulk, played by Jerry Allen White.
Then I got Doom, played as Alexander Skarsgård. Got Reed as Matthew McFadden. Thing, playing Ron Perlman. Johnny, playing Darcy Montgomery. Impossible Man by Seth Green. And Sue Storm with Emily Blunt.
Okay,
I like it.
okay. So do we have honorable mentions? Like who would be your this is first team. Who's your second team cast?
I
Uh,
had, I
Go ahead, go
had,
ahead.
so the thing, it was another wild card. So we know Lamont Harris from New Girl, right?
Yes.
I was thinking about him as the thing, only because he just won an Emmy. Was it not? He won an Emmy for playing a very um like trauma, like very like went through a lot of stuff, and it was a serious role. And a lot of people were like, "Wow, like this guy is amazing. He's a really good actor." So I thought Lamont Harris, I thought could bring a little difference.
Wait,
Um,
uh are we talking about Winnie the Bish?
yeah.
I think his name is Lamorne, not Lamont.
Lamore, my fault. Lamore, yeah, I just thought I was like, man, he could bring something to the movie. I think. Um, Also, I almost went. I was trying to think who else I had. Um, Doom was tough. I feel like Doom. There was a couple like brooding white guys you could just toss in there. I almost picked the guy who was in Moonlight. He was the
Mahershala?
no. He was the something Harris. I think it's like something Harris. Uh, he was the kid who Mahershala took care of in that. I could find his name. What dude name?
Was it
Yeah, Ashton Sanders. My bad. Bro, that dude is a great actor and he looks the
okay.
part. Like,
Yeah. I know him from Equalizer 2.
oh, okay, yeah.
Who were you gonna cast him as?
I was thinking about a Dooms type situation.
If you cast him as Doom, Jordan would have been right.
No, he would have. He would have been right. Would
That would have
100%
been
do it.
crazy if you would have done that.
That's probably, bro. That's why he switched it because I said that.
No, I thought about it early, and then I was like, it's too young. Yeah, I moved on. But
Okay. I only had two basically backups for the thing. I was gonna go Coleman Domingo, because
He can do whatever he wants.
I absolutely love that dude, and he has the voice for it, in my opinion. But like I said earlier, I just really wanted my Fantastic Four to be white. Um, but yeah, I
you
definitely thought
keep
it was
saying
going. You're right.
that.
You're right because what they do last time, they made him somebody black. Huge fumble.
That wasn't why it was a fumble.
Right.
Like
It was one of the
that
reasons
that
we should say.
it was it was a bad,
Mm,
like everything about it was bad, but
You're
him
right.
Michael B. Jordan playing him wasn't. I don't think that was, it was not a mistake necessarily.
yeah.
And
Especially.
then, oh,
Yeah.
go
No,
ahead.
go ahead. Go
Well,
ahead.
I was gonna say this one right here. This would have been a really wild one though. For my Impossible Man, I almost went Kai Cenat.
Okay,
What?
that would have been really interesting.
No, that would have been
Yeah,
trash.
because just a quick cameo. Like I don't need him. I just need him to do a
No,
bunch of wacky stuff.
that would have been one of those. I all right, bro. We know what you're doing. You're trying to get little kid. You're trying to get the streamer generation to come to your movie.
I'm just
No,
saying. I think if you just need somebody to play like a crazy character, and almost I thought about Kevin Hart at first too, but I feel like every time Kevin Hart in something, it kind of do bad. So that's why I was like Kai Cenat. Then I was like, nah, let's go with somebody who got a
See, and
little bit more to him.
if I'm casting Impossible Man, I do John Ralphio, the dude who voices Sonic. Um,
mm,
Ben something. Um, yeah, Sonic's voice is who I go with for
From the
that
movie.
probably. Yeah,
Uh
I don't know his real name. I He's John
oh,
Ralphio to me.
Ben Schwartz.
Schwartz. Yeah, that
Schwartz.
guy. Yeah, that's who I go, like if I'm casting somebody wacky and kooky, but I want to stay
mm,
like younger, I go with him.
gotcha. Okay.
I mean, he
Okay.
43. I mean, what's going 50?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But yeah, okay. But yeah, those
Um,
those are the really only ones I had.
I had a I had a complete backup cast.
Okay.
So like I had a whole second team. For Reed, I my second option was Timothy Olyphant.
OnlyFans.
That's what I call him too. I call him Timothy Olyphants. But Timothy Oliphant, he is in Santa Clarita's Diet. He's in Justified. Um, I feel like most people know
Oh,
him
it's
from
a different
Justified.
Hitman.
Yeah, it's Hitman.
Okay.
Yeah. Because he can do super intelligent.
I used in Star Wars.
Oh,
Okay.
he's also in the upcoming Alien Earth. I'm looking forward to that show.
So yeah, I would have done, and he's the right age, I think. I would have done Anne Hathaway for Sue.
I thought about it. I thought about that too.
Um, I would have done Glenn Powell for Johnny. He's like the new
So,
handsome
oh,
guy.
but he's older though, right?
He's not very old. I
We'll
think he's in
see.
his 30s still.
Probably right. He's 36. Yeah,
I would have done Kevin James for The Thing,
that would have been good.
and I would have gone Mark Strong for Doom. He is
Yeah, who is Mark Strong?
he's when you see him, you'll be like, oh yeah, he's in Kingsman. He's the villain in Shazam, the first Shazam.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, definitely fits.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And then if we were going kooky, I would have done Meg the Stallion as She-Hulk.
Hey,
That would have been crazy.
Again,
that wouldn't have been terrible.
if we were going kooky, that's what I would have done.
That makes more sense than Casanat, but it's also wild. It's in the same vein.
Yes, and that's why I'm like, eh.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah,
if we were just going like truly wild,
yeah.
that's what it would have been.
I'm
I
surprised nobody went with like Galactus or anything, like
well,
tried to cast Galactus.
so I thought about Galactus. Only dude I thought about. I was trying to think of somebody to play Galactus, and I just Couldn't think of anybody.
I had a couple like because if I'm drafting for Galactus, I really just need a voice
Yeah.
Yeah.
more than anything else. Um, and so it would have just been a matter of whose voice I think could do it. So, I mean, I would have had to think about it, but I wasn't interested in casting Galactus because I wanted somebody that we would actually see.
I thought about him or I mean obviously Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
Um
I wouldn't even think about casting Silver Surfer. Like it's funny because like I literally wanted the Impossible Man just because I think he changes the dynamic of the movie. And it'll be like one of the characters you see in the very beginning. You know, like the first 15, 20 minutes of a movie, just be like something completely random. I feel like that's what it would be for him to show up.
yeah.
Okay. Well, you heard it here. This is who we would cast for our Fantastic Four movie. We definitely want you to let us know whose movie you'd want to see
Hmm.
because we went in pretty different directions for some of these.
Yeah.
Like I get some of wildly different directions for
Yeah.
some of these, which, you know, makes it interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And with that being said, we're never duplicated.
Always appreciate it.
And forever melanated.